Representing the Czech Republic, please welcome Michal Brezina.
So here's the reigning skate American champion, Michal Brezina, winning the first event of the 2011-2012 season. Was the highlight of his year, but his Achilles heel, Kurt, was that inability to get the quad out in his short program.
Unlike most of the skaters, the very consistent takeoff that the toe pick going into the ice gives you means that most skaters prefer the quadruple toe loop. Not Michal. He likes the edge takeoff of the quadruple Salchow. You can see the focus as he's zeroing in on it now. He hunches over and gives everything he's got. But it wasn't enough this time. And when that's your big trick and you miss it, trouble after that.
Kurt, you, like a lot of people, were shocked by the huge talent that he had several years ago.
Well, you noticed him on the ice right away. Nice triple axel. His jumps are definitely not the problem. What has happened is that I found that he hasn't really matured in his skating ability. You've heard me talk about Takehiko Kazuka earlier and Jeremy Abbott and their edge work and their flow. Whereas I find that Michal hasn't challenged himself in that area yet. He has just changed coaches to Viktor Petrenko, former Olympic champion and my nemesis and friend. And we'll see what changes that new coaching style brings. Oh, that's disappointing. Of that magnitude is unusual for somebody known for his jumps.
Well, in 2010, he probably had the most consistent quad sow, quad toe, but now he's lost the quad toe and questionable quad sow.
Transfer of edges and turns. There's a nice, kind of a skinny loop, but a loop there. I think that this is a skater whose skating skills could go much higher when he makes that a priority. And he hasn't done that yet. Program, you got to get that knee down to 90 degrees before the judges take that spin seriously. Little things like that are throwing away points.
Well, twice he was fourth at Worlds. You know, all that talent is in there somewhere, Kurt. He just doesn't have it here at Skate America this year.
Yeah, it's always, you know, it's always disappointing, and you definitely don't want to have a skate that would be one that you would discard as that's never going to happen in competition, happen in competition.
Well, here's a look at some of the highlights from Michal Brezina's short program. He is the reigning Skate American champion, but Kurt doubtful he can make it back-to-back titles after things like this happen out in the ice.
Yeah, that quadruple Salchow is still a rare jump, under-rotated, and when you get under-rotated to a certain point, the blade stops dead sideways. Always a hard fall. And this single, and it just doesn't work. It just doesn't work. Gutsy attempt to do a triple toe. You could see the lean and another hard fall. So on top of a bruised ego, he's got a couple other bruises as well. There's Viktor Petrenko. And as I said, they're going to go home and have a long talk about what happened today and come back tomorrow. Try again in the long.
Our leader at the moment, Takehiko Kazuka of Japan, with a score of 85.32. And there you see the 2-point deduction and less than 70 points for Michal Brezina.
1 point off for each fall.